I think it was, I have to quote Mike Chapman, because otherwise it sounds like I'm bragging and I'm not. But Mike Chapman said, every single girl that has been successful since Suzi Quatro owes her.
First female rock musician to gain worldwide success. I wanted to talk to you about that on International Women's Day. I just wanted to find out what things were like for you back at the start, whether it perhaps was more of a struggle, whether people were accepting of you back then.
Well, I'm in a very privileged position. I've had to answer this question many times before. I was brought up in a musical family. So right away, you're ahead of the game because it's a profession, you know? And my father, he had 4 daughters and 1 son. He never raised us to be thinking that we couldn't do something. We don't do gender. I don't do gender. So because I didn't think of myself, this is the key. I didn't think of myself as a female musician. I wasn't treated as one. So it's a double-edged sword, but I never really had to fight. I mean, I had the blessing of my parents and I had my self-belief. That's the key word, self-belief.
Sure.
If you go out there as a girl musician and your attitude is kind of, hey, look what I can do. No. That's not the attitude. You don't even ask the question. You just show them what you got. I didn't know what I was doing or what I had done. I had no idea. So I was just being me until my documentary came out in 2019. And then I saw all these women, every name you can think of, coming out and saying, all of them basically, I'm paraphrasing, we wouldn't have done what we did if it hadn't been for Suzi showing us the way. And I cried my eyes out because that's the first time I realized it. Because, when you're just being you, you're just being you. You don't you're groundbreaking and opening the door. You don't know it. I always say, I make a joke. I say, I opened the door because I didn't even see it.
Were there any that left you particularly speechless, do you think? Any of those big female stars? You thought, I had no idea.
All of them. The one that really made me grin was Debbie Harry, who's a friend of mine. And she said, and she's just so beautiful. And I wanted to swear at her. I wanted to add my voice swearing at her because I said, okay, I cannot hear Debbie Harry telling me I'm beautiful. This I cannot hear. I told her that. I wrote her. I said, unbelievable. I mean, what a sweet thing to say. But certain things you can't take it serious. But not from Debbie anyway. When I saw Elvis, just to show you my mindset, which is exactly how I am, I saw him at 5½ on TV, and my elders, we were all watching, the Ed Sullivan Show. Every family watched it every Sunday. And at the end, out comes something for the youngsters, as Ed Sullivan used to say. And my elder sister by 9 years was screaming. And I was looking at her thinking, what's the matter with you? I'm 5½. And then I turned to the screen. And I went in, like hypnotized into it. And in my 5½-year-old brain came the thought, I'm going to do that. And it never occurred to me. This is the amazing thing. I never thought, I'm a girl, can I do that? All I thought was, I'm going to do that, which shows you my mindset for my life. I don't really do gender. Although I'm a very proud woman, proud to be a woman, I don't make it the reason or the limitations for what I do in life.
That's the word, limitations. I wanted to ask you, do you see any elements of yourself in any of today's artists? Have you watched any of their videos or heard any of their songs and thought that that could have been one of mine?
I see that a lot, and it makes me feel very proud. I think it was, I have to quote Mike Chapman, because otherwise it sounds like I'm bragging and I'm not. But Mike Chapman said, every single girl that has been successful since Suzi Quatro owes her. But I do see myself. Sure, you do. You see a little movement or a little, it's sure. And, in all honesty, we all start somewhere.
Oh, well, look, it's been great to chat to you. Happy International Women's Day. Appreciate that. Until next time, all the best. Good luck.
Okay.
See you. Bye-bye.